Hey Dave, Knight, thought I'd shoot a quick video right now, let you know what's going on. Stopped out of that day trade. Uh, the market kept coming down. I physically got out at 57.01 when it broke through because it was making a coil pattern right there. Um, I showed 57.17, but in fact it was 57.01. Um, that's the account, and then what I got in on my own account um, was I re-entered at 57.27. Um, a little different. There's two different things. I mean, you got TopStepTrader, which is a good program, but and I understand that. And then on my kind of a long-term account, I've got the ability to take these kind of hits, but I can't obviously take. I tried to trade a little bit of a day trade inside of a TopStepTrader day, and it just didn't work out. But my longer term account, my positional swing trading account, let's say, is doing just fine right now. I re-entered at if you look at the blog, I re-entered the trade at let's see here, 57.28, 29, excuse me, 57.29 at it's filled at 9:12 a.m. CST. I'm risking the daily high plus 3 ticks. I believe the high is in now. So I was kind of waiting on this movement. I mean, I opened up with the open trade in case last night it would go down. It didn't. Um, but my secondary plan was for the market to shoot up and then show some high volume again. And if you look at I'll put the charts on so that you can see the 15 minutes. But if you look at, we've got the high before that at 57.69, I believe. 50, no, excuse me. It was the high before this was 57.84, and then our last push up went to 57.47. So we have this 84, and now we have a 47. So what you have is, in effect, is in a market that has found some value on, and now it's good right here at the 29 level. Now I believe that we'll see lower lows. So the positional trade is basically 58. So, but um, I'm risking now that I see where I believe the high of the day is in now. I'm risking basically the high of day plus about anywhere between 3 to 10 ticks above that. So um, we'll see if that holds. I mean, I firmly believe that this is all smoke and mirrors, and um, that it's all a bullshit up move right now. That there was a reason why that moved up, and then there's a reason why it comes back down. I mean, I just believe that just there's people accumulating orders right now, ready to sell this son of a gun all the way back down to around 52 to 50. So, and obviously, if I'm wrong above 58, I'm wrong. So, um, I'm still trying to do better. The o- the opening trade didn't work out. I was able to reduce from a 3R to a 2R, and now I'm in here and uh, basically risking that 45 ticks basically. So once again, 57.29 plus that 45 ticks puts it at 57.74. So it's basically risking the high of the previous day at the 57.82. So um, anyway, in kind of a difficult trade today. On one hand, because it is what it is right now. But hey, this is the movement that we had up. Um, so got just looking at the coil pattern that formed at the pivot, took off and went up. I really don't believe there's, I don't know. I mean, obviously I could easily be wrong in the market to move to 58, but there was just so much volume that kicked in yesterday, and now it just looks like it's topping. There's a head and shoulders pattern here that I'm looking at on my charts right now. I do believe that the high is in. Obviously above that 40, where does that say that? 47 mark right now. Went to 46, so I think that's the high of the session right now. So 57.46 is highest session. I'm still trying to figure the ball of wax out at TopStepTrader. It's difficult when the market moves against you. You know, if you run into 3 bad trading days, you're going to fail. If you never make any money to start with, let's re-emphasize that. You're going to fail whatever, you're going to fail it. So physically my account is at minus 1,522, so I failed this second FTP, and I'll have to reset again. Not real happy about that, but hey, it is what it is. I'd rather lose, you know, 200 a pop than $1,500 in a day trading account right now. This is a special situation, more along the lines of a positional, you know, like I talked about before, we have the trust account, and I'm able to trade a small portion of it. If you don't know that, that's part of the thing that I get to do. But I figured I'd share what I believe is a valid signal here, and I'm risking. I put in the amount of money that I want to risk on the trade, around $1,000. So I'm down 30 right now from that 57. Well, it's actually let me see, 57.17 exit minus 56.86. I'm down 31 ticks right now. So I physically got about another, what's that, minus 100. So I got about 69 ticks right now that I can risk on this trade. So when I went into this day trade, positional trade, swing trade, I wanted to risk around 100 ticks. So I am at about 69 right now that I can risk. And I talked about the 3R right now that I'm willing. So 3R, and then I'll adjust down. Like for instance, let me just plug it into my spreadsheet so you can kind of see what how I work this. So I got in at 29. If the market moves down to 57.11, I will move, let's see, what did we get down to? We got down to 57.17 on the retracement so far. If we get down to 57.11 on this down move right here, I'll move to a 2R stop from 45 down to 30 ticks. If we go to, I'm kind of giving you a little insight of how I trade the positional account right now. If we move down to 56.93, I'll move to 1R stop, which would put it the mark at 57.44. And then if we move down to 3P, 56.74, I'll be at break even on the trade at that point. So what I need to see is a down move about to 56.74 or so to get a break-even trade on this, or to be moved to break-even. Or I might just hold at 1R at 57.44 once we, because that, with plus a couple ticks. So if we move down about 3, I'll use this high right here of the 57.46 plus a few ticks. So so for now, if you're looking at my stop that I have, my physical stop right now is 57.29 plus 45 ticks. I got it at 57.74. I'm risking the high of session of 82 plus basically at that 81 mark. So at the mark, so at the I can fluctuate. You know, 74 is okay, but I might fluctuate between 74 and 81, to be honest. So just so you know, I risk up to that 69 ticks right now in this particular trade. So I've allocated $1,000 on this particular trade. So I'll either lose 1,000 or hopefully I'll be sitting in a good position on the trust and then pull the, hopefully we'll get down to 52, down to say 50. So that's what I'm looking for as a retracement back to 52.50. I mean, it makes a lot more sense on an account that you can risk more against an account that you can only risk up to less than 50 ticks. By the way, if I would have risked I did move down on the well, anyway, so I did not make it in the FTP number 2, so I figured I'd let you know what's going on. So I'll have to reset that again, and then some of the lessons that I learned this time around as far as the retracements right now and moving the break even too quick. I might start thinking about being in a trade with a much higher stop as opposed to a 1R stop. I might just risk, you know, on one trade I might come up to a 2R stop right now. So like for instance today that would be 30 ticks. So, you know, find a really good positional trade right now on, not positional, a good day trade inside a market. So what I found is that my opening trades are not working out at all. What I want to start looking for is a volume bar to kick in for me to initiate a trade sequence, and then find a 1, 2, 3, and then look at maybe getting in at that point. So anyway, it is what it is right now. You know, I mean, these kind of, I looked at it as an island reversal. By the way, people are asking me what I saw, and what I see is an island reversal on the trade. So I just got to update my spreadsheet here. So we want to risk 3R right now. Brings it in at 57.72. So it might end up being one of those things that it's not looking too good right now, but hey. I found a new little thing I can put a feature box in. So anyway, so that's, you know, that's just, you know what I said, 60 to 45 ticks. Let's go. That's 3R today, 57.29 plus 45. It's 57.74. Yeah, that's okay. I don't like being on an even number. We'll call it 73. So if the market goes up to 57.73 right now, then I'll be down 30 plus 45. I'll be down 75 ticks. I might not take the trade on again. Being down 75, being wrong twice. That only gives me 25 ticks in the positional, my spread trading, my segregated account to be able to trade right now. So just talking it out right now. What I'm doing right now, I'm just talking out what I see. Um, you know, obviously, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But it just, uh, I just firmly believe there was a reason why the market moved up there and then sold off quickly. So I expect a sell-off quickly again today, and then a market that hopefully will bust through um, and continue to move on down. So the movements are violent right now, which is good for the ADR moving up. So I'm kind of glad about that. What I can tell you is most of my most of my losses have come on the CL port strategy right now, the open range trade. That one's just not working as good as I want it to work. And then yesterday I lost, well, that was just bad trading in some ways, I guess, on my part. But I lost the CL pit yesterday, which is about 80%. When I win it about 8 out of 10 days, and I didn't win that one. So I mean, this market is so fucking manipulated right now. It's no fun. Um, I mean, look at the son of a gun all the way back up here. I mean, it just such a manipulated bullshit market. I just obviously it just I mean I look at it and I think, wow, it's such an awesome opportunity to be able to trade this market that you would think that under normal market conditions there's a lot of volume that's kicked in on the other side of the market. So it's looking pretty dang good for the market to move, you know, roughly about $7 down from where we are right now. As I'm watching the market's trading at 57.37 right now. Um, that's about it. I don't know what else to talk about right now. That's it, you know. So I have to reset FTP. Um, I don't know if I'll reset it 3 times as a charm right now, so that's probably the last time that I'll reset FTP this year. If I fail out again, I'll probably go back to the drawing board as far as what I believe, and hopefully they'll keep that practice account open so that I can watch the market and and put some decisions down until I get my shit together. So um, as I look back at this trading day, I see. I mean, I look at it and I think, all right, well, it says the account says I'm down 1,500, but in actuality, I'm only down the $200 that I invested in to TopStepTrader right now. So what am I in on at TopStepTrader? Well, 150 plus 200 plus 200 plus 200 more, it looks like, this time around. So what's that, 750? Damn, getting close to 1,000 real quick, right? That's probably you know, that's was my risk amount to start with when I thought about coming back to TopStepTrader, risking around 1,000 to get back to funded or to wait till next year to do it. So this will probably be actually this will be my last reset before I go back to the drawing board again. So I hate figuring out numbers sometimes. I have a degree in accounting and I hate figuring out numbers. So anyway, long story short, we got an even better positional trade now at the 57.29 mark. The market went up, by the way, it went up to where did it go there? 57.47, went one tick higher and then selling off. So go figure. And then you see some more blue bar volume kick in. So it is what it is. You know, like I said, I mean, I put aside the the $1,000 into the account. So the try to put in basically per contract traded. I want to earn around $5,000 to $7,000 on each one of the contracts, and I won't tell you how many I traded, but so that's kind of my thought pattern behind my positional trade right now that I got. I'm looking at it as a swing trade that I'd like to see some profit in before I have to roll over. So figure roll is going to be next week around somewhere around the 16th, 17th. We'll have to move out to the next contract in. So we'll see how that all works out. You know, that's probably half the reason why TopStepTrader doesn't allow you to hold overnight, because they'd have to deal with us buying back the current contract and then re-entering the next contract in. So, you know, that's basically rolling from one contract out to the next. I think last time I looked at it, so it looks like we'll roll next week, and then hopefully, I don't know, maybe I'll keep you updated with what this trade's doing. But you know, I definitely believe that you know, the ouch point, wrong point right now is roughly that $58 mark right there. So I reserve the right to the daily high of the 82, plus risking up to my full 69 ticks there. But I'm trying to only risk the 45 on the trade, but it puts it at 74. So hopefully it won't even come to play, so that I can move my stop down and then go and see a little bit better. But I'm trying to figure out how to work. Well, bottom line, I can't work TopStepTrader like a swing trading account, because you just can't risk it unless I go, and I don't want to pay any more than what I'm paying them, period. So someone asked me why don't I move up to the $150,000 account, because I still would only trade one contract with them, because no matter what account you're with, you start at 0, and they only let you trade once you're in the funded account. You're only allowed to trade up to 2 contracts. So even if you do get the $150,000 account, you know, you might win your combine trading 5, 6, 7, but you start at 0 at FTP. No matter how you look at it, you always start at that 0 amount. And I think one of the negative things that I've seen personally on me is when I see that balance being red, it affects me in a breathing type of way. You know, and maybe that's on purpose for us to see that red number, so that we get all emotionally distraught and upset, as opposed to, you know, if you have, like in the combine, you have $30,000, and even when you lose money, it doesn't go red. In FTP, it goes red. So when you're trading, anytime you're below that 0 mark, your trading account balance is showing up red. So it's P&L's red, cash is red, everything is red. So that's a mind fuck as far as I'm concerned. So it definitely negatively impacts the way I look at something, looking at red, red, red. So it's just that it's that thing that you think about. And that's, you know, it's not you know what, I'll take it back. It's not TopStepTrader. This is T4's platform that I'm looking at that shows up red. So I'll say that that's bullshit what I just said. Mark that, X that this is CTS T4 platform that shows up red. So that's not on them, that's on me. But I know that when things go red and not black or blue, that it negatively impacts the way I look at it. So let's talk about what I didn't do. What I didn't do is follow my own advice and take 1 to 4 tick hit on Monday, I tried to work this account, and it didn't work out again. You know, how many times, I don't know, how many times you gotta hit a brick wall before you say enough's enough, and that's where I am right now. I mean, it's just, I've been doing lots of studying, and um, you know, the other side of this is, I mean, I know I'm in this right now. I looked at the restart of my account. I looked at that when I said in October what I would risk is up to $1,000 at TopStepTrader, and then I would go back into the woodwork again and then try to figure out what the hell I'm doing wrong. I think when I look at what I've done wrong this time around is that I think, well, actually I don't think, I know. My initial entry into the market has been I guess 90% of the time has been a loser. In FTP, and even when I'm actually down at a $100 reset too, didn't I? 150 plus $100 reset. So I'm actually in right now. I'll be in 850. So that's 150. So yeah, it will be the last time that I go into FTP. This next time around will be it, because that's 850, and that's not. And if I put in another 200, puts me 1,050 in. So I'll be done. The only thing is that now I think when I look at it, I've been trying so hard because I want to get into funded before the end of the year, so I can move, you know, and make the real money, make the real dough. But what I need to find is a valid trade setup right now and stick to those, because those end up being the ones that I end up winning more than not right now. So oh, and the other side of this, I've got to be better at looking at the long side of the market right now. I mean, like I talked about in a previous video, I've got to be better at picking up those longs that I believe will come in. The longs have been very violent up, and the shorts have been very violent down. It's been, if you can keep your ammo dry and safe and wait for the market to show its hand, it's been a much better trading situation waiting. So the hardest thing to do right now, I believe, is when that waiting period is over and it's safe to enter into the market, or at least safer than it has been before, because the market seems to do quite a bit of retracement and refilling. So all right, I'm out again, out of the FTP, having to reset again. So yay me. All right, hopefully I'll win this other side of this, and then I'll be able to bank this into the the other account. I don't really want to talk much about that, but I don't even know if I'll even upload this right now. So let's just call it. Talk to you later. Bye. I'm not real happy right now. Been a very frustrating couple of weeks here in FTP.